Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Febri Syahpiana. I'm from English Education Class B 2019 Universitas Sulawesi Barat. Well, I wanna explain to talk you about notice on the state of the Virginia. Thomas Jefferson, born in Sedgwick, Virginia, April 13, 1743. Died in Charlottesville, Virginia, July 4, 1826, at the age of 83 years, was the third president of the United States, with a term from 1801 to 1809. Cessation needed. He was also the originator of the Declaration of Independence, 1778, and the founding fathers of the United States. He was the third president of the United States with a term from 1801 to 1809. He was also the originator of the Declaration of Independence, 1776, and the founding fathers of the United States. He is a spokesman for democracy, embracing the principle of the republicanism and human rights with worldwide influence. Thomas Jefferson was born in Sedgwick, Gloucester, now Albemarle, Virginia, America, on April 13, 1743, the son of Peter and Jane Randolph Jefferson. A old family couple, his father Peter died when he was 14 years old and inherited 2,750 acres of land and a number of slaves. Jefferson studied at the College of William and Mary from 1760 to 1762, where he studied classic Greek and Latin culture and literature. He also studied the plane of the Philion. Thomas Jefferson was a political philosopher who actively supported liberalism, republicanism, and the separation between state and religion. Thomas Jefferson spent part of nearly each day of the adult life penning notes, memoranda, and letters to correspondents in this country and abroad. Yet, the founding father wrote only one full-length book, Notice on the State of Virginia, a book he neither originally intended to write, nor when complete to publish widely or even under his own name. Yet Jefferson's word was not without controversy. In the notice on Virginia, Jefferson at one time or another criticized most of the vested interests of his time. Jefferson was well aware that some of his ideas would not sit well with his readers. James Madison agreed that Jefferson's opinion will displace their respective abettors. But on the whole, the work was too valuable not to be made known. Equally controversial were Jefferson's statements on religious freedom. The origin of notice was a request for information about the various American states made to members of the Continental Congress by the Secretary of the France Legation in Philadelphia, Francois Marbois. Jefferson received the request for information concerning Virginia indirectly. In late summer of 1780, from Joseph Jones, a member of the Virginia Declaration to the Congress. Jones believed that 37 years old Jefferson, then governor of Virginia, the person best suited to answer the queries, although the country was in the throes of revolution. Jefferson apparently would begin writing so after receiving the list of queries, and in November reported he was busily occupied with the task 9. However, in the ensuing months, the war in Virginia took a turn from the worst, and Jefferson's duties as government to precedence. As Jefferson's terms as governor neared completion in the summer of 1781, the Virginia legislature fled west to Charlottesville in order to escape the invading British. General Cornwallis sent a detachment of dragoons under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Banastreet Talon to case down the legislature, and if possible, capture Governor Jefferson at Monticello. Warned of the British approach, Jefferson escaped to his Bedford country retreat at Poplar Forest in southwest Virginia. During this 3 to 4 week confinement at Polar Forest, Jefferson produces much of his reply to Marbois, which he sent to the French legate in December. The manuscript sent to Marbois was not the same as the which Jefferson would later submit to a French printer in 1785. 12 Marbois had prepared a list of 22 queries, which one historian characterized as a jumble. Due to Harriet's organization, his denigration of blacks in the harshest terms in the most unsettling of Jefferson's view, and has earned the most serious criticism. His knowledge of river system and Indian. Thomas Walker, 17. Archibald Carey, 18. and George Rogers Clark, 19. Charles Thomson produced such extensive commentary on Indians that Jefferson ended it to the published notice as an appendix. By the spring of 1784, more than 2 years after he replied to Marbois, the manuscript had swallowed 2 treble years of 2 treble bulk. 21. When Jefferson contacted a publisher in Philadelphia prior to this departure to France, he found the cost of publication more than the wanted to pay. Once notes was published, Jefferson was unsure of the next step. In Paris, Jefferson gave out a few copies only, and to confidential person, written in every copy a resistance against its publication. 29, 28, 26, nevertheless, a copy fell into the hands of a bookseller, who, according to Jefferson, employed a hireling translator and was about publishing in the most injurious form possible. 27. To risk his word, Jefferson entered into agreement for the translation into French, which the highly respected right Albemarle. Unfortunately, the author and this new translator did not see eye to eye. In Jefferson's opinion, a good translation was a strictly literal rendering of the original text. In Morales' opinion, the translator was an active collaborator in the dissemination of liberal ideas to reading public, which appreciate classical order, clarity, and stylistic elegance. Consequently, when Jefferson saw the complete work, he was seriously displeased with the translation. Jefferson then turned to the English publisher John Stockdale, to whom they promised to send a correct copy if you choose to print the work. 30. Stockdale agreed to print notes, although not before stating, "Now, there is some bitter place relative to our country." 31. On ages 41,787, Jefferson wrote to Stockdale that he had received his initial copies. The bibliograph Culliford takes the distribution of the original Stockdale edition and noted the various modifications made by Jefferson and others on these copies. Notice appeared in some 19 editions during Jefferson's lifetime. Jefferson made numerous corrections and changes in his personal copy with every intention of eventually revising his work. 35. Nevertheless, by 1810, he considered a revision impracticable, suggesting in the additional 40 years engaged in the affairs of making would lead me into this decision, ending, I know not where. However, he did make clear that experience indeed has not altered a single principle. 36. His personal annotated copy because part of his estate and will permission of this executor, Thomas Jefferson Randolph. An edition was published in Richmond in 1853, incorporating Jefferson's notes and corrections.